teaching Tommy a few things about obedience. Tommy, come. Good boy. Tommy, come. In your cage. Good boy. Lay down. Yes. Good boy. And a huge thing with Tommy is very anxious, very hyper dog. Okay. So we have to be gentle with him, but we have to also correct him. He for sure needs balance training. Positive training with him results in pretty much him thinking that he can run everything. You positive train a dog like this, very hyperactive, disobedient, you're going to get the same result. He doesn't understand what he does wrong. He doesn't understand what he does right. And Tommy, no, in your cage. In your cage. Oh. But sometimes, you know, dogs fall out of training and it's okay, it happens. But he has to understand what's right and what's wrong. And that's the biggest thing right now. And getting him to do it in the right state of mind is also something. Because all these things that he's been doing to disobey his owners, it makes them anxious, in turn makes him anxious. So everything is a big, you know, bigger than it should be. Okay, Tommy, come. Come on. Good boy. See, he's good. See, we can't have that. He's too big for all that. But see, he's nice. Good boy. He's not aggressive. That's the one thing I know about this dog since I've been training him, is that he's not aggressive. He's just so hyperactive. He's a big baby. He's just like Beast over here, a big baby. That's all. And see, he gets along with other dogs just fine. He doesn't intimidate them. He doesn't try to. He lets Belle go in her cage. He doesn't fight her for his cage. Hey. Don't get no ideas, buddy. That's another thing, too. He's not, chopped, so I think that's a big part of it, too. I think him not being, neutered, you know. You have a high energy dog who disobeys you, I think the last thing they need is testosterone running through their veins. Let's put it that way. Beast, come here. He's very good with other dogs. He's very good with other dogs. I took him to many parks, many hiking trails, everything like that. He's very good with other dogs. He's not aggressive at all. He just is a little bit my way or the highway. That's really how he is. But that's all we're going to do. We're just going to knock that down and put him in check and let him realize who runs things around here. It's always the owner. It's always the trainer. It's not you. Everything like that. And you got to be happy in knowing that. Tommy? No. Especially in this household. Sit. Good boy. He'll find out. He already has. He knows Belle runs everything around here, and I run everything around here, and that she can do that. That's completely fine. It's her house. Everything like that. And he got second in command on your Beast. But that's the thing. He needs to understand where he falls in the pack. That's where he lacks. You know, he's very genetically inclined. He's a full retriever. He loves to be led. He loves to be taught. But he just has to find out who runs the pack, and that's what we're gonna be showing him these next week or two. That's it. You're just gonna show you show him who runs the pack, and work on a little bit of obedience training, some 10-minute stays, some 5-minute stays, all that type of things, you know what I'm saying? And do it for 50 feet, 100 feet, everything like that. So that's what we're going to be going over for the next couple of weeks. And you guys will be seeing a lot of improvement with Tommy here. You know, like I said, he's a great dog. That's the one thing we mastered when we trained him as a puppy, was Tommy, good boy, was we made sure we socialize him around other dogs. Because I started training him as a puppy. I just trained him basic obedience, sit, stay, lay, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, like that. But nothing, he didn't really have that many bad behaviors other than jumping, really, that he had as a puppy. So now we have to correct all his bad behaviors that he has come into as an adult. Now he's being 2. I trained him when he was 7 months old. So this is a year and a half later. And, you know, with not much training. Tommy? Oh, we're sniffing each other. Yeah, with not much training, you're just going to end up with a disobedient dog. You know, who knows how to sit, stay, and lay out command. And his owner told me that he will be getting clipped. So, with him being clipped soon, and us establishing this obedience hard into him for the next couple weeks, we're good. We're good. That's it. I'm gonna be showing his progress now. I'm gonna go take him on a long walk. Eventually get him off leash. If I'm being honest, a very nice thing about having a retriever, a lab, I can take this dog off leash, nobody bats an eye. I take Belle off leash and everybody acts like they're gonna run away, you know, screaming and crying because she looks how she looks. But this guy, if we can get him into a state of mind where we want him to be, relaxed, no anxiety, walking on a leash, getting some exercise, happy, you know, we can get him into that type of state of mind. Let's see if we get him off the leash walking by himself. And I don't think anybody will mind because he's a big fur ball. And everybody likes looking at big fur balls. So, he's not shaking right now. He's panting because he's tired of playing with Belle and Beast. He's been running around with them for the last 20 minutes. I know it looks like he's shaking, but he's just panting really hard. But that's the thing too, though, you know, he does have anxiety, so we want to make him feel good. We want to make him feel happy. We want to do everything like that, you know. And it's just that we can do that and also make sure that he's just not getting his way and bullying everything around him and this, that, and the other, and, you know, because, you know, he's still gonna, for example, if we let him do what he does and we think it's going to make him happy by jumping on people or disobeying or this, that, and the other, then he's still going to have anxiety. So, and if we train him right, he's still probably going to have a little bit of anxiety. So we might as well train him right and let him have just a little bit of anxiety and still, you know, obviously every dog is different. Some of them break it, some of them break it a little bit, and some of them don't break it at all. But I think he'll break it, most of it. So if he breaks most of the anxiety with the understanding of obedience, he will be able to make the right choices. And that's what we always aim for here at Downriver, is letting our dogs make the right choices. Because that's the biggest thing, is if your dog can make the right choice, you know that you have succeeded as a trainer, as an owner, as a breeder, as anything. As long as your dog can make the right choice. Good boy, because you're just relaxing. That's all I want. Go lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Stay. Good boy, Tommy. So we want to give him praise for little things around the house like that. You know, we just make it good for him. You know, make it calm for him because he's an anxious dog. But also, Let him realize what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong. You know? Eventually, it'll become second nature. That's our thing around here. We just want to make everything second nature. Okay? Because just as easy as it can be a bad habit, it can be a good habit. It's just about patience, time, and effort. That's it. We got it here. And we're going to show them what's good. He's a good boy. He just needs a leader. And his leaders need to know how to lead. And everything will fall into place like clockwork, I'm telling you. He's a good boy. Tommy, good boy. Stay, good boy, stay. Good boy. And him and Beast are best friends. We're gonna have thousands of pictures between these two sitting together. All type. This all they do is hang out together, play with each other, jump on each other. They get a little rough house here and there because they're both boys, and one of them is not Cliff and the other one is. But they don't care. They both handle their own. They're both big boys. He got 20 pounds on Beast, but Beast solid muscle, so it's all good. They have fun. But that's why I said I don't let him play like that with every dog or nothing like that. I just like certain dogs because he knows him like a brother. He lived with him before. He's living with him again now. He's already done he's already stayed with him before for 2 weeks. Now he's staying with him for another 2 weeks. So it's like, they're like little, they love each other. So it's all good. So we're going to get to it. Baby yawns. We're going to get to it. We got the 3 of them here. Probably going to leave these 2 at home for a little bit. Take him by himself, like I said, so it's less pressure on him, make him less anxious, and we'll go from there. We're gonna get his obedience training started. And that's what he needs to work on, strictly obedience. He knows all the commands. That's what I try to tell people. He knows the commands. We taught him the commands. He knows everything. He knows sit, stay, come, lay down, heel, everything. He knows no, he knows yes, he knows good boy, he knows all of it. He knows how to, everything. He knows how to wait, and he knows in your cage. I tell him in your cage, he goes right in the cage. He knows all of these. It's just he hasn't been trained for the last 1.5 years, so now he's developing a disobedience problem towards his owners. So now we're gonna kick him into gear, get him back on track, and gonna get his owners back on track to let them know his schedule and how to, because we went over this before and everything like that, but it wasn't, we really went over how to keep up with the commands and everything like that, but now it's more of how to keep up with obedience and how to keep up with doing little things around the house and praising him for doing things around the house.